Hi, welcome to World Unity Week and welcome to the Bridging Continents weekly call. I'm Hasina Patel from the Hague Center, and this is a call that happens every week. Usually we don't record it. It's a live occurrence for everyone who's in the CET time zone, and because it's World Unity Week, we'd love to share this. So if you're watching on live stream, welcome. And I see Kara's coming in, and we are going to check in. Hi, Kara. We're just going to do the singing bowl. Okay. This is Hasina calling in from Newcastle, KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa, in the foothills of the Drakensberg Mountains. And the feeling that's alive in me right now is being in the space and dropping into my alignment and really being conscious of, just how much this space means, and being here with all of you. Thank you.
This is Lynn, and I'm checking in from England in the southeast of Kent, and it is very warm here. It was recorded 37 yesterday, so I'm hoping it goes below body temperature shortly. But it's the temperature is rising, as we know, and it's important for us to realize that we need to look after ourselves because of this, and drink enough water and be aware that it is a time where we send out peace to the world, but not attach too much to things we cannot change. So thank you.
This is Annelies calling in from Vreeland, Peaceland in the Netherlands, close to the river the Vecht. It's a, lovely morning, so much sun and so much buzzing around here in nature. And it's really silent, so it's going to be a very hot day, I suppose, because there's hardly no wind, but butterflies and all the small animals came out and so much flowering, and I'm really grateful for that, for the self-creation of flowers. So I really feel this morning they're singing to me, and self-flower. So I'm feeling calm and quiet, and I've been writing this morning, and I felt something which is sometimes not happening in my head because it's so busy. It can be very busy, although I meditate, etc. But it feels like I have a lot to practice or a lot to process. But this morning I felt calm and really contained, and sometimes I also feel this energy of this group, which is a beautiful field to tap in, I always feel. Because of its trueness, possible, there's a lot of truth here. Everything is welcomed. And also, yeah, it makes it more knowing where we are together on this journey we are in our lives, in this truthness, and also bringing this to a different world we like to see. I feel I really need this group, and I can be really a tough cookie also for this group. But it's all fine. Thank you for listening. Very welcome to Jude, because we're all knowing each other. You're new to us, so welcome.
It's very wondrous to be here and to have kind of just plunked in here. It's strictly because I opened an email about World Unity Week, and I'd seen a couple, but I thought, oh yeah, okay, but I have to really check in on these other things. And then finally this one was there, and it's like midnight, 12:30 at night, and it just caught me. So I opened it up and looked at various things. I thought, And then there was one that was at 1:30 a.m. So that was only like half an hour further. So I hung out and dropped in with all of you, knowing nothing except somebody said it was their weekly cup of love. So that was very sweet and enticing. And I'm still sometimes crying for some things that I discover in the world, but mostly I'm kind of removed from it, and still, well, removed, but still compelled to take it in every day and to try to look behind the curtains and behind those to get patterns and more understanding. But as I think Lynn said, to accept how little we can affect it, and just sort of from the inside affect our response to it, my response to it. So it's so nice to see you with all that green behind you, Annalise. So
Jude,
thank you.
would you present where you're calling in from, just
Yes,
so we can...
It's a little town, relatively little town called Sebastopol, of all things. It's a Russian name, and it's in Northern California, about an hour north of San Francisco.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You're on mute, Kara.
I'm calling in from TVA, France, in the Dordogne area, and we're having a mega heat wave here, and just enjoying World Unity Week. Always enjoy the energy of it. I can always feel it, so it fills the week. And it uplifts people and my friends, and it just makes me happy.
Juliet calling in from Glen and Fricon, Glen of the Crows in County Cork, Ireland. And amazed to be in this bubble of warmth and sunshine and blue skies and World Unity Week, which is all like a whole bubble holding us, me. And very grateful to be here and welcome you. That was so lovely that you stayed up to be with us. Much appreciated. Lovely to see all your faces. Thank you.
Hello, this is Rosa calling in from Istres in France, in Provence. I feel I'm on the one hand wilting from the heat because also a heat wave down the south here, but at the same time feel really nourished and alive, especially with World Unity Week and having immersed myself in a number of sessions. And I think what also has risen for me is deeper trust in the living universe and in the unfolding of it and in the sharing of it with everyone. So on the one hand, wilting from the heat, and on the other, feeling alive and unfolding within the field. And again, so grateful to be here and seeing you all. And hello, Jude, and welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. You look pretty, well, the bud that's unfurling behind you, it kind of encompasses what you said.
Good morning and good night to you, Jude. Good to have you here. Yeah, I'm Anja. I'm calling in from Flohnheim. It's a little town here in Germany, quite in the middle of Germany. And exactly now it's my time. You can be butt naked in the morning and stay all naked all the whole day. So I'm born at that time, and so it's my time. So I'm actually really present and there. And yeah, that's the energy I'm coming with. And these days, and I want to just shortly share what peace is for me actually when I'm working with children. So I'm actually at school every day. So yesterday we did a lot of paintings, and at one point the children just started to paint flags because they are heading to have a school holiday. So they're going to here and there, they're traveling, but some are traveling home. So what does mean home for them? So we in Germany, we have a lot of migration. We do have a lot of children in the school which just speak a little German, but speak their mother tongue. So everything is changing in their head to see where they belong, where they are. And myself as an adult, it needs this stability to stay calm in the tornado when they are whirling and be there with 40 children around me and needing pencils and things and all that. So this bubbly energy which is coming, and there's just this this normal daily life which I experience with the children. And when it's coming to questions like where is home and where is security and what is up, then you really can see that the older ones are painting the flags of their bloodline countries, and when they are younger, they change everything. So nothing is more does have a is to compare to something else. So they're just writing and painting. And when they become older, then there is consciousness about where do I belong and what is peace about. And one of these children painted their bloodline country and the flag. She was not sure where the colors are and which signs on, so we had to look up the right thing and everything. So we talked a little bit about that, what it means to have peace, and what is normal and where to grow up, and what really security means, and to be with amongst all those children from all countries, from Iraq, from Iran, from Palestine, from Ukraine, and in the middle of Germany, really living in this bubble where you can stand up in the morning and just walk up butt naked if you like. So I'm just sharing that, and hope it can feed you with peace inside.
Remarkable. Yeah. Hi, welcome, Josh. What a surprise, and it's so good to have you join us. We are in our Bridging Continents call, and this will be actually a good time to just be with that. It gets described as our cup of love every week. And it's an emergent conversation. A lot of us come every week, so we're a core group, and it's nice to have people join. And we check in, presence where we are, and then just share anything that's alive in us very briefly, and then we let the discussion, the conversation flow. So since you've joined us, would you like to check in, or do you want to land?
Are you talking to me or Josh?
Josh. There we go.
Sure. Hi, I'm here in Cape Town, South Africa, and my feet are touching the earth as they generally do, and I'm opening at this moment with this group to this consciousness of love and connection, and this appreciation of the magnificence of nature as this beautiful big bird flies by me and lands in this tree. Yeah, so that's my check-in. That's who I am. I am the 4 billion year process of sun and earth, as Hasina knows, that has allowed this individual self in the collective to emerge. And I love sharing from this space with people who understand that and are living into that. So I feel honored to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. And we just let the conversation usually flow. And Anya, I just as you were describing peace, and as children grow and they discover a different kind of consciousness of comparison, and where am I and where do I belong? And as adults, what's coming alive in me is how we really as adults spend a large part of our journey coming back to the self that we knew before we knew the comparison, and just that space of peace and love, and spend our time wondering, well, what does peace really mean, and can I bring it into me? Can I get back into that space, or maybe go forward into that space as it evolves?
I think with the turbulence in the outer world that's growing, it's becoming more and more apparent that home, the security, the home, sense of home and peace is within, and it can't be found without. It may be found to align with you without, but I think in the past we relied on surroundings to fuel us with that. And it's now becoming apparent that it's really, we've got to go inwards to find that, in spite of, or together with our surroundings.
I'm in peace now. Just isness. What I liked was I read about energies and leadership. And there was once a leader in Egypt, Sadat. He also worked for peace. But
Sorry, Annalise, can you get a little closer to your mic? Yeah.
I have to turn it up like this probably. Is it better?
Yes,
No.
it's better than it was. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I have to do it like this. Okay. So there was in Egypt a leader. I read about leadership and energies, and there was this leader, Sadat, who tried to work for peace, to make peace in the Middle East. But in the end, he ended up in jail because, well, other powers. But what fascinated me was that he said, I finally found freedom and peace while I was in this prison. Then I could really feel what peace meant to me and really felt what freedom was. And we're always free. That was what he said. Maybe I'm more free than my guard. So, yeah, free, peace. I like to inquire a little bit more into the qualities of that. I feel like freedom is I can relate to more like truth, and peace is also, if there's peace, there's absence of something. But I wonder how you feel about that. So, or sensing freedom or peace. Oh, wow.
Just want to welcome Ingrid, and I want to welcome Brother Phil. Thank you both for being here. And welcome to our weekly Cup of Love, our Bridging Continents call. And maybe it's a good time to also say that this call was started by Anne-Marie, and it has a lot of other significance, which I think Chief Elaine can maybe speak to if he's up for it a little later. And in the meantime, I just want to invite you, Ingrid and Brother Phil, to check in and just share where you're calling from and just what's alive in you at this moment. Whenever you're ready.
Hello, yes, we go. Okay.
Hi.
Ah, here we go. Alrighty. Okay. Hello. Okay, here we go. Well, I just came in here by surprise. I was just gonna see checking out for the morning. I said push the button. Next thing here I was, and I saw my relatives here, and I said I can't go until I say goodbye at least. Good to see you all.
Good to see you.
Yes. Well, I'm just going to, if I may share a little bit to what's happening, because I've been very aware of this bridging continents. It's all about bridging now. It's about bridging between men and women. It's about bridging between ourselves and Mother Earth. It's about bridging across continents. It's about bridging and learning how to be kind to our animal relatives. It's about bridging within our own being to our heart and our mind and our soul and our body. It means bridging to the good foods we want to eat that'll keep us strong and healthy. It's all kinds of bridging. But I think that this is really this work is really hitting a crescendo, meaning that all the work that's been going on since 1971, doing this very same thing, beginning down in Bolivia with the fulfillment of the condor and reading the condor and eagle prophecy. This thing has continued on and on and on, and now it's finally come to its fruition. And I really believe here that this parabolic curve you can see that started with William Morrison's telegraph message, advanced speed to the speed of whatever light, sound, whatever. That from here we're in a parabolic curve, and right now we're going straight up. I'm going straight up, and it's time to grab onto our guiding principles and spiritual values. It's going to be quite a ride, my relatives. It's going to be we're on quite a ride now, but we haven't even seen it yet. It's going to be a wild one. So I'm just going to share that much because I'm just getting ready to go to bed. It was sure great to come in here anyway and have a few words. Good to see you all. Lynn, Anja, see Lynn, Anja. Oh my gosh, there's a whole, there's Annalise. Oh, yes. Oh, great. Well, and how's Anne-Marie? Please give her my love.
Thank you. I will. Yes, she's doing well. This week is quite busy for her with a wonderful family celebration too. So
But her
yeah.
health is good. Her health is good.
Yes, she's doing well. She's been on
I'm so
some of
happy.
the
I'm so
some of
happy. Well, let's just give her my love and greetings.
Thank you. And Brother Phil, would you just presence just to end off where you're calling in from?
Oh, I'm calling in from White Rock, British Columbia, on Simiamu territory. Simiamu Nation territory. Right here in British Columbia.
British Columbia, Canada.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you all.
Sleep well.
Right. Okay, you too. Thank you.
Okay. Welcome, Mesami, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but I just want to welcome you to our Bridging Continent call. And this is our weekly call. So perhaps after Ingrid checks in, if you feel called to, just check in with where your name and where you're calling from. And we're happy to have you here. So Ingrid, do you like to check in?
Hello, everyone. I'm happy to check in. The name is Mesame, and I'm from Cameroon.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Welcome. It's great to have you here.
Indeed. And I am Ingrid, and I am from the Yakina watershed area in the Pacific Northwest of the United States, and the traditional homelands of the Confederated Tribes of the Siletz Indians and the Yakina Nation.
Do either of you want to say what's alive in you at this moment?
I'm more aware of what is kind of like when we had in between sessions today, the feeling of the imaginal cells that happen in the butterfly chrysalis, where things destroy and recreate. And so it's kind of that feeling. I don't know it's alive and it's dying and it's changing and it's all of that. And that's what's happening at this moment.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And Mesami, if you'd like to share what's alive in you, please feel free to do it. And if you don't feel called, that's also okay. And we can just appreciate the space. It took me a long time to be able to accept pause and space and no words and not feel uncomfortable with it. And we get to do this here. And it's an emergent conversation. So anyone who would like to contribute, feel free.
I just feel to come back to the word of grief, what Lynn mentioned. So, but go ahead, Lynn, if there is something important for you to share. So, didn't know if I interrupted you just right now.
Anya,
Yeah.
I think I need to get a little bit closer. We didn't hear you, but you were very soft just now.
Yeah. I just want to come back to the topic of grief, what Lynn mentioned. And I also want to share that sometimes as we practice and as we do, it needs places where you can stay as long as it needs. So giving the words on pausing and on maybe nothing is happening or nothing is going back or forth in this in-between spaces. So I'm just coming back to that, and I deeply feel, and I had recently I painted. I'm a painter, and I painted a picture of an eye where don't have the word of the thing,
Tear.
the water
Tear.
tear, yes. The tear that came out and brought a tiny pond to emerge. So things have to come out from somewhere, but when the time is ready to drop down and then emerge to something new, which is then to be seen. So just bringing the picture in of the time that it needs, to the time that it needs to, and to stay as long as it needs, and then to be held, and also in a whatever that means, to have a safe space and to explore that. Thank you for the topic of grief that brought that back to my mind, and that pausing.
Yes, I would like to reflect on what Chief Phil just now referred to, what is coming. I'm so glad he came in because I'm feeling it very much, and that's why I was reflecting on when I came in here. First of all, I'm dealing with so much stuff of my own, and I hadn't realised until last week, my body told me. My body was speaking to me, and I wasn't listening. And I just want to go into that a little bit more, because as we all are so compassionate and caring and peaceful within ourselves as much as we can be in this lovely group, every week we get together, and it's just so powerful. And it's just so important for us to acknowledge if we start feeling some discomfort in our bodies. It can often be grief. So if we connect with whatever we're feeling uncomfortable about in our body and just let it speak to us, then we can get that message if we trust and believe that that can happen. And then just go into that and bring the peace right into our hearts. Because if we are at peace, then people around us and the world can resonate with that piece. If we're not in peace, then we may end up feeling very low and full of grief that we haven't dealt with. And this is such a special time of change and transformation that it's a perfect time for us to be in our own truth within ourselves and release anything that is past, because we are different today than we were yesterday, and we are certainly different tomorrow than we are today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn. Just sharing that yesterday I had a total, oh, sorry, Messina. There we go. I cried all day yesterday, and I was really wondering why. You see, my eyes are still a little closed from that. And I was, well, not crying all the time, but most of the time. And I felt like it was so important to do that, just to let it flow. And when I started walking with the dog, I came across people and I thought, well, they might see my tears. I'm not going to explain anything. I'm just going to walk. Let's see. Because I feel sometimes explaining why or excusing us for crying, it's not about that. It's really this pureness of also clearing. So important that we, share that as well. So not only my smiling face.
I heard about the report from England about rape gangs and some of the details, and I just lost it. I was just unbelievable. And the lowest number is 250,000 girls, young girls and women killed, raped, and tortured. And
Yeah, don't shake it away.
and all of it hidden. I mean, the media knew but didn't talk about it. The cops knew and wouldn't prosecute, and the politicians wouldn't do anything about it. So these hundreds of thousands of women and girls completely betrayed by everything around them. That just staggering. It's just staggering.
Let's just send energy and love and light and healing and feel that within as well. I'll play the singing bowl and just share in this energy with us if you feel called in your own way.
I'll do the
And
deeper one, Hasina.
pardon? Oh,
I'll
go
play
for
a
it.
deeper bowl. Yeah.
Yeah, please do.
And extend it to everyone who is suffering at this moment.
Thank you. Ingrid, did you want to say something?
Yeah, it's what comes to me and what I was feeling with the weaving of the grieving and the pain that has happened, and what Chief Fellaine said in regards to the parabolic arc of the ascension process of things going up. The story of the little soul in the sun from Neil Donald Walsh comes to mind. And as I am personally going through the divorce process and feeling betrayed by the person who pledged to be my one, and that he's not wrong or bad. I hurt him, he hurt me. It was, the little soul in the sun. We chose to dance to learn something together. And I don't know why. I mean, that's nothing compared to missing murdered Indigenous women and children. And I don't know what's going on in England. That is news to me, but just the amount of suffering and grief that is present in the lineage of women and children. And I'm thinking in Africa, just the children soldiers, there's so many different ways that we have stories of pain and suffering that are a part of our human family and a part of our DNA that gets passed down from generation to generation. And a recognition that in consciousness, there is no past, there is no future. It's only now. We're creating the past, we're creating the future in the present moment. And so the stories we tell ourselves and the suffering that we choose to hang on to or that we decide to let go of, the transformation process of allowing, like the listening to the body, but even the listening to the spirit, as like what greater good can this serve? What greater purpose can we align with as we are moving towards a new beginning of how we relate with one another, where there's no stories of victim and victimizer and all of those different things, but we are learning how to be in right relationship with others and within ourselves, with like no betraying of ourselves, no betraying of each other, no we're learning and we're awkward in our learning on the grand scale, and on the individual scale, learning how to breathe and not become bitter or better, choosing in each moment when we are in our suffering, choosing to forgive, choosing to love anyway, choosing to let go, and learning what boundaries are, like not to be in our power appropriately, that says this is not okay and leans into the courage aspect of it, and not shrink from that, but also to be authentic in our uncertainty and unknowing of how to be this bold new creature that my life previously in the last breath didn't sustain with this strength. So now I'm breathing into this new beginning right now that says, oh, I have to show up in a different way. I have to identify myself to myself in a different way and then move forward from there. It's blah, blah, blah.
Thank you so much for sharing, Ingrid. There's so much in there, and this new moment in every moment, in every moment. And thank you for that.
Thank you for sharing deeply from my heart, Ingrid. And please know you're always welcome to be with us and to stay with us, to connect to us wherever you are. And it might be in the middle of the night when you are sleeping, just connect. Here is a loving field, and here you can be as you are. You don't have to change anything. And as we do, also we look at the dark sides. So in the last times, we also had spaces and we reopen them frequently also for the new moon, and we look at the dark sides when they are. And so there might be a moment when you need to express also the dark feelings in you, that they don't stick with you, because you might not solve the issues with the same person that had been the perpetrator. So if there is anything, just know that here are people that listen and be with you at the fence and look on whatever you need. I'm just expressing that deeply from my heart because we experience that with each other and together. So thank you for sharing from your heart.
And Hedlin.
And as painful as this is going to feel, if we can just feel love and compassion for that other person as well, because that way our own heart softens and we do not carry as much grief. And I know that's painful at the beginning, but everybody is suffering in some way. And if they cannot heal, it doesn't mean we cannot heal. So I just feel if we can just increase our love and compassion for everybody, whatever they've done to us, or it doesn't mean we completely forgive them, because we cannot, but we can still send love and compassion, because love is our beautiful collective consciousness and universal support for us all on this planet. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm just aware that we have a little bit of time left and there are voices we haven't heard. And if you feel called and you want to share, Rosa, Cara, Juliet, please feel free.
I would just like to say it really struck me, this word, the betrayal, that's come up several times in this conversation, because I feel, and I went through a betrayal that sent me into a deep, dark night of the soul for a few years, and of course, that was the ultimate of Christ on the cross with his mother looking at the betrayal. I think it's one of the deepest and most potent sensations that we can encounter. And in many ways, it's probably the most potent portal that we can go through, because it basically shatters all of the expectations, the whole illusion of the world that you think should be working in one way, all the people, all the situations, that you live in a world, and betrayal shatters it completely, like nothing. It wasn't like you thought. And it's only from that complete shattering that you can start to be completely afresh. When you've got old things from the old ways that are still influencing you and you still hang on to, it's more difficult. But at this time, it seems that we've betrayed Mother Earth in many ways. We've worked against, we've decimated her love, we've done everything, and this is what is bringing us to this new opportunity right now, that we can come afresh, be born anew together. And as Annalise brought out the other day, which I was very grateful to, this analogy of with the pearl and the oyster, that it's this irritant that gets into the mollusk, and the mollusk, to protect itself, coats it with its mucus. And then it becomes eventually this beautiful pearl. But it started from something that was disrupting it completely. And it was through that disruption that these beautiful gems come through. And yeah, thank you.
What comes up to me just now, actually, also from what you've just said, Juliet, is the notion of initiation, and how these really extreme situations, very painful, are, as you say, a portal, but an initiation into something new, something that we haven't necessarily experienced before. And that's also what you were saying, Ingrid, is this change, is the butterfly, coming into life from something that has died. And again, it's also just now what rises for me is the notion of the phoenix, or the image of the phoenix just has appeared in my mind. And so really from the ashes, something else emerges and becomes alive and becomes stronger from it. I also feel that this is something that through the pain, is becoming stronger at the broken places, or strong at the broken places, is what comes to mind right now. And I also wanted to thank you, Ingrid, for sharing, and also Jude. Those moments I found really moving for me, and a lot was rising from that truth that you expressed, because you were speaking from a deep space of centeredness and presence. And so I really wanted to thank you for that, because that becomes a resonant for all of us. And then within the field, we can share and amplify. And so thank you very much both for that openness, because it felt that my heart was also opening from your own opening. So thank you.
The song that's been alive for me in this session is it's the third verse of my home song that felt flow through me when I did a medicine journey in Costa Rica a long time ago. And it's the third verse. It says, ask for help. When you're broken, we are all broken. When you rise, we all rise. We can't make it home alone. Home, home, home. The mother is calling us home. There's a beat in your chest. Release all the rest. The mother is calling us home.
Thank you so much, Kara. And if you could just put whatever the song is in the chat. I don't know about anyone else. I'd love to look it up. I see. Before we check out, I would also just like to give a shout out to Kara and to Ingrid during this World Unity Week. And there's been, as with all events, and there are 100 plus presenters, I think, as of last count. I don't know, but I just want to say thank you for everything you do and who you are, and supporting and just everyone here for your offerings for World Unity Week. And sometimes there are unexpected things, and there are people who are getting very sleep deprived. I know specifically Ingrid is one of them, and you go with the flow, and everyone just does the best that they can possibly do. And I'm so grateful to be working specifically with both of you, because you're in this room and our fellow co-producers, and also so grateful for each one of you participating, offering things, attending, and even if you haven't been, just being here in this space. So just want to say thank you. And before we check out, I also want to remind everyone that the first session after this, I don't know whether I should say first, it really depends where you are in the world, right? And I counted here, if we include Chief Phil Lane and Mesami, who came in, and Josh, we're in 8 countries, and there are no such things as borders, so there are no such things as countries, but we're from 8 different parts of the world, and it's just brilliant that we come together in the space and peace and unity. So at 3:30 CET today, also, which is 9:30 EDT and 6:30 PDT, we're having a mission emergence session, and it's going to be amazing. Kara and Kara really constructed the whole flow of this. So just want to honor her for that.
And I want to say thank you so much also for you guys, the amount of heart space, overall flow, coherence, intentionality of the weave and everything. Thank you so much. And I also want to give a shout out to Shonda, who is not here, because that woman has been a powerhouse of connecting and weaving, and oh, hey, you're interested in this, go, have you checked out this mission and that mission? And she is just master weaver of the families together. I really am excited for all of us that she has decided to invest the beingness of her life work and her incredible amount of talents and abilities and skills and interests to offer into the family. And we have such an opportunity to nurture and care for this beautiful gift of offering that she is sharing, because she's trusting us. She's trusting us with all of these communities that she's built over the years, the amount of people that she has connected with that trust her. She is trusting us to welcome them and to help them to see that we are the kind of people that are walking our talk. It's not, there's no greenwashing happening here, that we are learning how to create the new beginning together. We're learning how to walk each other home, to bring each other home, to dance this thing that we're dancing. So it's good stuff.
I'm looking for, I'm wondering if there's some kind of blessing, some kind of gift that we can offer to Shonda and also to you, Ingrid, that I'm wondering
Just
if there's
give it all to
something,
Shonda. Yeah, I
there's
think that would be
something
great.
in the field like healing sessions or coaching sessions or something that someone has to offer. I just wanted to invite that, open that and see if there's something anyone wants to offer a blessing, that we would offer it to them on the last day.
We don't have like a woman of the year, but I've often thought that if so, that like some type of offering of a made up award that is just from our hearts, that like the queen bee or something, because she's got the hive that's pollinating all kinds of stuff. I have no idea, but that feels like something that is right up her alley. That is, like it doesn't. She's not big on flashy things, but something from the heart that like, like when a kid makes a painting for their mom, even if it's all scribbly, and they're like, oh, it's the most beautiful thing ever. Like when it's something that we create because it's out of love specifically for her, that will touch her soul in a very deep way, whatever it is.
Is that a raised hand or a goodbye?
I think a bee would be beautiful, Ingrid, because that it sends it out everywhere for the bee because of the lack of hydration right now because of the changing climate and people to be more aware of the bee. And I think she'd love that because a bee is full of love as well. So yes, I think the way you said maybe something like that, that's usually what should happen, isn't it? Thank you.
Okay, well, I have an idea. Maybe I could draw this golden bee and then we could write some things on paper of appreciation and then just mash those together, either simply on a Miro board or a little better on Photoshop or something like that.
That would be lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess if you think of it like a little Zoom screen, and if we all do a little square, kind of like the shape of a Zoom screen, and just write something and a little picture, and then we can have a big picture in the middle, and then a little border around it of other messages that make it easy for everyone to contribute who wants to.
So actually, we could even type something into the chat so you have all of our names, and you could take a print screen with the photos from the Bridging Countenance call offering to her.
Okay.
I think if it's pictures, if you can draw like with your hand and then take a photo of it and then put that in the Bridging Continents chat that would be nice.
I just have to say goodbye. It's leaving. I didn't want just to leave silently. I just have an ancient oyster, 30 million years old, which I'm having in my hand. I'm just having that as an energy here and holding you and touching you deeply. So you don't have to process. It's just also purification. So thank you for each and everyone.
I'm just wondering, Kara, I think that, bye, Anya, so lovely to see you. Kara, I think that's a brilliant idea. When could we do that? Draw a picture and write something.
Yeah, if you could just do it in your own time today and tomorrow, and then we'd like to present it on the continuation ceremony on Sunday.
So we take a picture of it with our phone and then send it into Bridging Continents
chat.
WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Ingrid, would you like me to add you to the group, or do you feel you just want to send? Is that a yes?
Yes, although I almost never am at the meetings just because it is 2:43 in the morning,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna try and take a nap and then come back for your session. But we do have an incredibly long day, and it's the launch of the New Earth Rising album, Soul Story Productions, all this stuff that she's got going on. So I may be late coming to your session. Just give myself a full 3 hours of sleep.
No pressure. You don't have to. You're on mission. You're already on mission. Don't worry.
Oh. So yes, being added to the chat. I mean, if even like when I can get a chance to just check up of what's all going on, that's nice. Like I try that same thing like with the Felipe's group. Like every time I check in with it, it's like 30 messages have happened. So, you know, but it gives me a chance to continue to feel a pulse on things. And then when our events come up again, I am aware of names of people and then I put names and faces together and, oh, this is the person that brought this idea. And it just helps me in the hub pat thing and then a background with co-production to just kind of know how to direct people and where things are feel like they're aligned with what they've got interests in. So
Okay.
sure. Thank you.
I will add you and then you can put your picture in there as well. Yeah.
Okay.
One word check out, everyone.
This has been lovely and fun, and thank you very much, everyone, and Asina.
And I hope you'll come back at this time at some point, Jude. Lovely to see you.
I'm trying. I tend to be nocturnal, and I am often trying to curb my nocturnal nature into diurnal because I think it's ultimately more healthy to be more sun oriented. But I was born at after 1 a.m. so I think it kind of slots into that. But
any time you can, it would be lovely. Check
saying that and welcome.
You see, he agrees. She's agreeing with you. And my word today is compassion for ourselves, so that we may help others to feel compassion for themselves and others. Thank you. And thank you for this space today.
Very conscious of 7 years standing on shoulders, initiating this space and trusting really in the dandelion effect of what we did here. So grateful to see you, Jude. Beautiful ID, honoring Shonda. And thank you. I have a wonderful day thanks to you. I know it already.
My heart is so full. Thank you.
Resonance.
Togetherness. Togetherness.
Trust.
Love. And I'll take a liberty and say light. Thank you, everyone. We end the live stream.